Got these blankets. These blankets going to, those blankets are going downtown through Miss Carol for us, for the homeless. The family
This is Ann and Annette.
we gotta pull the bottom tags off.
They're twins.
Over
here?
We gotta do those. I
Okay.
think we got to go in here.
And get this bag over here.
Yeah.
What's this?
These are just some hygiene bags that we're gonna give them. The smaller, didn't make any sense to give them the big ones because they're always moving. So it has soap, shampoo, everything that they need, lotion, body gel.
They could just throw that in their backpack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep
And we
going.
got
Ann and Annette run a local nonprofit in Elgin, South Carolina called Blanketing Families.
got 'em separated by size. So when we give them to Miss Carol and because she'll do the food and we'll provide these items. So there's from 36s up to 38s. That's about the average size of a man. If they're a little bit big or small, I guess they'll work it out. But this is what we're doing.
This is a typical day for them.
For the garden.
Yeah.
Community garden. Woo woo.
Every day they organize and plan for ways to serve their community.
What we're gonna need to spray to keep the bugs down.
Okay.
And we have
You got my gloves and stuff in there. Your gloves.
everything is in
Boots.
here. Yeah.
Yep. Gotta get our hats.
This is their story.
Ann's my twin sister. We are identical twins. We do everything together, and people think that's really kind of crazy, but we were like that coming up. You know, everybody's not fortunate to have a twin. So 58 years later, we live 15 minutes away from each other. I love Annette. We do everything together. When we was little kids, she was, first of all, who was I? Martha and Mary. We had these little dolls that were bridal dolls we got every year for Christmas. And we would get underneath our bed, and I was like, Martha, you home? And she'd go back, Mary, I'm in the kitchen cooking. And we'd just be playing with our little dolls and just going on with if I couldn't find Annette, she was missing. So I had everybody. If Annette wasn't close by, my sister was lost. So yes, me and Annette is just that close. We're twins, we're just that close.
Girl, Miss.
Oh!
Let's go.
Miss Mary, all dressed in black, with silver buttons, or down her back. She asked her mother for 15 cents to see the elephant, jump over the fence. He jumped over. A lot of things made me move to South Carolina. One, he wasn't my husband at first. He was my boyfriend. So we took a trip down for Thanksgiving to visit my sister. And he's never been to the South before. So this was the best thing ever. And my sister was already here for maybe 10 years. I'm a New Yorker. I said I was never, ever coming here. But I made the decision to come. He kind of pushed me, let's go. It's nice. Family, you know. My mom and my dad was already originally from South Carolina. And when we lost our parents, my sister decided to come first. And then I followed maybe 10 years later. How I felt when I first got to South Carolina, I was crazy. This place was slow. The people were slow. All they want to do is just ask you, how you doing. You don't need to be in my business. Check me out, get me through, let me do. They drive slow, they do everything wrong. But to adjust, I had to pull back because it's two different places. New York City is fast. Down here it's just laid back. Just go with the flow. And I've learned to do that. Now, when I go home to visit in New York, I just don't want to be there. I want to get something to eat, do a little shopping, and kiss the ground when I get back into South Carolina. I moved to South Carolina because my mom just passed away. I wanted to go where it was slower. It was just me and my daughter, Janelle. And I just wanted to get away. And here I love it here. When my sister first moved to South Carolina without me, it was a lot. But it was something that she had to do when we lost our mom. She gave up her good job. She just felt that there was nothing here anymore. And we both had good jobs. I just decided to stay. I wasn't ready for that slow pace. She was. Look, New York City, the lights never go out. So my lights wasn't ready to go out. they're a little dim now, but when she left, it took a lot because I was by myself. You know, I've always been with my sister all my life, and you know, it was the phone. Everything was the phone. Back then, there was no FaceTime, ain't no such. So yeah, it was difficult, but you know, I got through, and I finally made my decision to come to South Carolina. When I moved away, I really missed my sister. I got a job here, and every Friday evening when I got off work at 5, me and Janelle and Antoinette would get in the car, and I go to New York just for those 2 days and back home on Sunday, back to work on Monday. Yes, I really miss my sister. When she told me she was going to move here in South Carolina, I was going crazy. I was like, yes, yes, yes. It took so long to get here. And every time she would come and visit, she would go outside, you know, and just lay in the sun and sunbathe and stuff like that. And I was telling that, just come on down here and move. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Finally, she's here. I'm so excited. We're like 10 minutes away from one another. I love my sister with all my being. That's my twin sister. I'm Anna, she's Annette. Ooh. Cancer. Diagnosed. Found out. I first found out.
In December of 2013, Annette was diagnosed with breast cancer. Less than 2 years later, Annette received more bad news. Acute myeloid leukemia. She needed a bone marrow donor.
Cancer. Diagnosed. Found out. I first found out one evening. Me and my husband was intimate. It was right after Thanksgiving. And he says, ooh, I feel something. I'm like, oh, there is a knot. So I decided to call the doctor. Couldn't get in because, you know, it's around Thanksgiving. A lot of doctors and people are on vacation. So I actually got in. I got an appointment. And I actually found out 2 weeks before our 50th birthday. Got a phone call. Never forget. I was in the store shopping for Christmas. And the nurse called and she says, well, can you talk? I was like, yeah, I got my phone. I can talk. She says, well, your test results came back. And she says, well, you've been diagnosed with breast cancer. And I didn't know what to do because I was not expecting her to give me my diagnosis over the phone. My husband saw my reaction in the store. I said, we got to go home. We got to go home. He said, what's wrong? I said, they called me from the breast cancer place. I mean, from the when I had the mammogram. And he says, well, what was the result? What was the result? I said, I just want to get in the car. I just want to get in the car. So he said, well, call her back. Call her back. I mean, it just went from 0 to 100 real quick. And then there was. I didn't think. I just felt that I should have done more at that time, only because I had every opportunity to get a mammogram. But when people tell you, oh, don't go because it's going to hurt your titty and they're going to squeeze it and it's going to do all kinds of things. Back then, I didn't have a lot of information, so I didn't go. That was the very first time I've ever had a mammogram. And if I would have been more aware and got better information about getting a mammogram, then I would have gone sooner. So if you don't have the information, you don't have the knowledge. So I didn't have the power to go because I didn't have the information. I found out my sister, Annette, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She called me on the phone. And she was talking really slow. And I was like, Annette, what's the matter? What's the matter? And she said, Ann, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. And I don't think she heard what I said. And I said, who do we trust? I said, we trust God. We trust God. We put our faith in God. And she kept saying, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. I don't want nobody to take pity on me. And I said, we trust in God. You got this. We're going to trust God. Then I told her, I said, wait a minute. We're going to pray. This is what we do. We know how to pray. So she said, okay, Ann, I got to go. I said, okay. We got off the phone.
I felt no way. The reason why I say that, because I didn't really have a reaction. I reacted to her news telling me, but I knew with my faith I would be good. So I wasn't angry, I wasn't upset, I wasn't mad. I just didn't feel any kind of way. I really didn't. I just knew that I would get through this.
I felt inside. I didn't feel anything. I guess it didn't really kick in. She said I had breast cancer. And I'm like, okay, breast cancer. I said, our faith. I said, God is so amazing. And that's all that just kept coming to me. Nothing about what all she had to go through, how many times a day she had to do it. The only thing I knew how to do was pray. So that's what I was doing. I was just constantly praying, staying in prayer.
Blanketed families came about me being diagnosed with leukemia. First being diagnosed with breast cancer, and now being diagnosed with leukemia. With leukemia, didn't know, just something out of nowhere. Thought I was through the storm, but actually God was preparing me for this, which I had no idea. Again, back to my sister Ann. She was my donor. This is a story within a story, but I'm going to give the short version of it. Had to have a stem cell transplant. Ann was my donor. Twins again. They had no idea. They went all around the mulberry bush to come back to her. Everything, complete match. They were just off the record, going crazy, just checking. And I just like, y'all doing the most right now. We've done this thing. I just want to go home. Been in Charleston for 100 days, downtown at Bull Street. 77 days. But
I support Annette through her cancer just by letting her be herself. If she didn't want to talk, it was okay. If she did want to talk, still was okay. How you feeling? What you doing? Just nothing. I'm like, okay, so we'll do nothing. So it wasn't about me. It was just basically just being there. You can be there without opening up your mouth. That's what I was just being right there. I'm here, love. The love is right here. I'm here. I'm right there, stuck right next to you. We got this. It was just love. Just being there. Sometimes you could be there without opening up your mouth, and that's what I did. Okay. I handled the hard days when Annette called. The only thing I knew how to do was to be myself. And by me being myself, I came with the jokes. I came with the dancing. I came with, okay, we're going to eat this. No, you're not going to eat that. Okay, we're going to eat something else. I came with everything to fill her mind for what was going on that she was thinking about. I gave her an outside look to say, we're going to have fun. To take her mind on everything that she was going through. It was fun. I came and just blew her mind, having fun. And I just a big clown. So that clown brought laughter. Laughing is good for the soul. So that's what I did. I brought laughter.
I love you, sister, and I thank you. There is no me without you. The reason why God made us twins. Yes. Because we would have never thought 58 years later that you would allow me to live again through Christ. And for what I did, I will do it again. Over and over and over and over and over again. For me, it took everything that I had, but it gave me blanketed families. We were trying, time. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do, it's alright with me. Break it down, eh?